Hey everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Knives Out. I don't know.
That's more of a Psycho, I think.
I know, that's what was in my brain too. So this is gonna be our make that face again. This is gonna be our clip that. This is gonna be our spoiler review.
Down boy.
We're gonna talk all kinds of spoilers through this. We might even talk about spoiling the ending first, so you definitely don't want to take any chances if you don't want to know who done it. And we do have a no, and we're gonna give you a chance to click out here while we do all this other stuff we talk about. So we do have a no spoiler review out there. Even if you've seen the movie and you want the spoilers, I recommend seeing the no spoiler because it gives more of our general opinions. However, this one we definitely want to talk some specifics, so do whatever you got to do to click that button and get on out of the video. In the meantime, I'll let you know if you want to see me review Clue for free on my Patreon. You can look up TheEricButts, use the link in the description below. I do a bunch of other movie reviews over there. And fan commentaries like Star Wars stuff. A lot of that stuff is free, so look up TheEricButts, use the link in the description below. Check out the Stardust app. We do 30-second reviews. We've already done one for Knives Out. If you want to get even faster, then we can get the videos to YouTube. The rain's going to get louder. I'm going to talk louder. And we don't consider ourselves movie critics. We're just fans of movies that like to geek out about them and talk about them, so that's the perspective we're coming from. Plus, we are pretty much, we did some shopping, but we're basically out of the theater, still processing our thoughts. That being said, I think that's plenty of time to toss your babies into the dryers and fold your diapers over your head. I don't know. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. So when Yoda shows up... Oh, wait, that kind of happened. All right.
Wait, what?
Frank Oz.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But why don't you start it off, Mary? What's your spoiler?
So it turns out the alien didn't do it, but actually...
Oh, it was the Predator. All along, he was just cloaked.
Actually, see, the joke would have worked better if she actually was an illegal alien, not just her mom.
Oh, yeah. See, that went... I totally missed that, but yeah, points. We both had actually fairly clever ones this time. But yeah, so Knives Out, really fun time. Rian Johnson did a fantastic job here. I mentioned it in the no spoiler, and just while I'm remembering, we saw in the end credits, the very last name, it said, I don't remember if it had a name, but it was like Other Detective or something like that. But it said Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I don't remember seeing him in this movie at all. So if y'all know if that's a deleted scene or whatnot, you can let us know.
Okay.
And where do you want to start with this bad boy? How about we start with the actual murder? Because...
Well, the one that...
the setup of the murder, basically.
So...
The beginning parts. Not the big reveal.
So...
This is not what you would have expected.
Yeah. So, it actually, they set it up to come off as... It was a complete accident, but because the nurse thought she'd overdosed him and did not have the drug that she needed to fix the situation. Which
was a great scene. You saw, like, you cared about those people in that moment. You saw the terror in her face.
And so he's going like, look, I don't want you and your family to get in trouble. And because he's a mystery writer, apparently really good one. He's like, this is what you need to do to keep from getting caught. And she's like, but she's like, okay. You know, she really doesn't want to do this.
And I do love that eventually, at first, you're kind of thinking that, well, did he actually kill him, slit his throat, or what? But then they do go back and they show you that, no, he did slit his own throat right in front of her.
Yeah.
And I mean, so it's like, so this is not...
trauma.
Yeah, because this is not like a traditional murder, which I think is one of the things that makes this stand out and be pretty cool, honestly. Because even when she picked up the vials, I was kind of like, did she not look at the vials and check to make sure she's...
Yeah, that's what... Well, it's one of those things where you see her... Really? The vials get knocked off the table when he flips to the go board. Because apparently he's a bad sport.
He's a charming bad sport.
Yeah, he was, actually. But, and of course, it sent his vials flying, and you see her pick them up, but you assumed as a nurse that she would have looked at the labels. And it's not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to see her looking at the labels.
Well, and also, too, they did make a point of her kept saying, I'm not a nurse. Like, she's not like a traditional nurse. She was just there for, like, the home care and administering the medicine. They brought that up a few times.
They said she was a registered nurse.
No, I think she specifically said she wasn't a registered nurse. I could have sworn.
Confused.
I might be wrong, but I could have sworn. And usually you're right. But we are talking about a movie, so I might be right. You can let us know in the comments who's right here. Put a little poll up.
But the plot thickens, and do we want to go straight
Let's
to
just
the
go to the... I mean, well, the point is we're geeking out about the things we like. So, I mean, if you want to talk about it, let's jump right to it. Let's jump right in there, you beautiful bastards.
But because you spend the entire movie going like, okay, this is an accidental death, and she's just trying to not get
her mom
blamed.
deported, yeah, by having the truths come out.
Right. And so, of course, you see her trying to do things to, like, get rid of any evidence, like, you know, grabbing the videotape and, like, erasing it with a magnet. And
yeah, which was pretty clever the way she pulled all that off.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, the piece of broken trellis. She's like, the dog brings it up. She's like,
I thought that was going to be, again, had this been more of a farce, that would have been a great running gag. That, like, the dog keeps bringing it back and she keeps having to toss it.
Yeah, if it was a farce, it would happen at least 3 times.
That's what I was thinking. Like, this could have been a farce.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know that it needed to be, but I mean, it definitely, like, the elements were there to have played this much more farcical without having to really change much. And honestly, the actual death, murder, whole situation of it is played straight, but it's a rather farcical concept. It is so like, oh, whoops, 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 kind of leading to all this stuff.
And like in the mud path, and she's like, ah, crap, footprints. Doop, doop, doop. What? Oh, I'm not supposed to be up here. Let me come back.
Yeah, it's like, wait, lady. She's like, what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Sloshing back through it all. That was really great. Yeah, the way she was playing all that stuff was really fun.
Yeah. And then of course it gets to the reading of the will, and the one guy finally shows up, and he's just having a shitty grin on his face the entire time.
Yeah, Chris Evans, yeah.
He is stirring up so much drama, and he's loving all of it. And
he already knows, too. I loved that. And I kind of saw this coming, but I loved that when, like, they revealed that he knew he had been cut out of the will. And they're like, well, this is going to be really good for you. And I'm like, he knows they've all been cut out of the will. I just didn't like, that's what's going to happen. And I was so happy when that was the case. And then he just got to have even a bigger shit-eating grin.
But there's that whole scene of, you eat shit, and you eat shit, and you
Yeah.
And it just turns into this just total brawl. Not exactly a brawl, but a
verbal
brawl.
Yeah, verbal brawl, yeah. But I love that, too. And I love, though, that once it was revealed they were all cut out of the will, that he even got to throw that line back at him as, this is probably the best thing that could have happened to you. Threw it right back at him. I was like, yeah. Really, Rain? Stop it. Well, we may be stuck in here a little while. We'll have to find some way to entertain ourselves. Let's see, what else we got going on? Frank Oz at the will reading. He was really cute. That was really fun. I was so excited to see him pop in there.
Frank Oz is one of those guys, I keep thinking he's dead.
Oh, yeah, please don't. Don't. Don't think he's dead. Frank Oz is Yoda. He needs to live forever. Merchandising. Wait, what? But no, that was pretty great. And I love that it was like the one-page will had been sealed. And he's like, oh, this really isn't going to take very long. Reading through all that. That was great.
And the look on her face, she goes, what now? What?
Yeah, and like that, and then I love too that like the whole movie is like kind of locked off cameras or very smooth moving cameras. And that moment when she's walking out of the house and they're all coming after her, it like noticeably becomes handheld, kind of over her shoulder, like the chaos of all that.
Yeah, very paparazzi feeling.
Yeah, that was a really awesome decision, a filmmaking decision right there. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I thought the dogs might play in a little more than they did. I mean, they did have an important part to play in terms of who they bark at and who they don't. And again, one of those expertly laid out things that just looks like a joke when Chris Evans shows up and the dogs bark at him when they don't bark at her. But then that turns out later to actually be a plot point. I was like, again, that is some expert level ground laying.
Oh, what about Grandma?
Grandma was adorable and charming and fun. And again, that was another one of those reveals that was so beautifully done. That she says, Ransom at the window, it's like, Ransom, are you back again already? And you just think, oh, she's just blind. She thinks she's Ransom. Yeah. But then the play is like, wait, she said back again already because she had already seen Ransom at the window. I was like, oh, that's, that's just brilliant.
I just like actually, LeBlanc's.
Maybe B Blanc. Yeah.
Maybe B Blanc.
Yeah.
I've already forgot what his first actual name was.
Benoit?
Something like that.
Benoit?
I think it was Benoit because I've seen like balls.
It was Benoit because now that you say that, I immediately thought Benoit balls because it's the Benoit spelling. But we did, and you pointed out too that I like that on her phone that she wasn't sure what his first name was. That's why it said maybe B Blanc.
Yeah.
So that was cute.
But I just like how he approached the grandma, going like, you know what? I really enjoy your company. I think I'll just sit here and relax for a while.
He just charmed the pants right off her if she was wearing any. Yeah, that was excellent. God, God, man, there's a lot of fun stuff to be had in this one. I love. I wish they had played with it a little bit more, but I like the idea that the young kid, that everybody was just calling him like an alt-right internet troll Nazis, and like they had that one line about, I want to hear from the young Nazi who was masturbating in the bathroom. What did he have to say? You know, like, I mean, little things like that, little lines like that, just added up to add to the fun and the enjoyment. Toni Collette was adorable in this. I liked her whole thing with the cosmetics and that she was double dipping and ripping off her dad for almost $500,000. Like, Jesus, lady.
Yeah.
The heartbreak of the daughter betraying our main character, you know, saying that, no, I'm by myself. They don't even know I called. I just want to find out what's going on. She's like, well, I'll pay for your college. She's like, thanks, and hangs up while she's still talking. That was kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chris Evans' plan at dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Or, well, to get the truth out of her. He's like, you need to eat. You haven't eaten all day. Here, be eating this. Can I get a extra bowl, please? And they talk for a little bit, and it's like, so I know two things. I know if you lie, you throw up.
No, the first thing is like, you're full of beans and sausage and beans.
I thought that was
now.
the second thing.
And if you lie,
I thought it was if you lie, you throw up, and then it's, and now you just ate a big old plate of sausage and beans. And then he pushes the empty bowl in front of her. And the third, you're going to tell me the entire truth, the entire story. Or maybe he started with tell me the entire truth, entire story. Anyways, the point being, that whole, I shouldn't have even argued that, because the order it happened, it didn't matter. It's just that scene was really, really awesome. And again, one of those things you don't really see coming.
Yeah.
So I quite appreciated that. And
I like how he played the good turn pretty well. In terms of, you know, pretending to be on, like, basically
he
her
starts
side.
as an asshole. He starts kind of becoming the nice guy, and it's like, oh, I can kind of like this guy.
I'm an asshole because I hate my family.
Yeah, right. It's like, you only think I'm an asshole because they've been telling you I'm an asshole, kind of thing. But it's like, no, listen, I'm actually kind of decent. It's like, nope, no, he's not.
No.
Oh man. Yeah, and I love that, even that reveal with the not the nurse, but with Fran. Yeah, at the end, that you thought she said, you did this. You did this. There's a copy. And it's like, why would she tell her there's a copy? And it turns out it's like she's saying, Hugh did this. Hugh did this because he makes the help call him Hugh because he's an asshole. So that was awesome too. Yeah, again, just the weaving of all this stuff. There was one gag I thought was going to happen and it didn't come back. When she was getting in the car and she had to lie. And then she gets in the car and she throws up in the big gulp cup. And then Daniel Craig gets in the car with her. I was expecting a moment where she forgets she did that. And he's like, oh, I'm a little thirsty. Mind if I take a drink? He's like, oh. I don't know. And everybody laughed when she put the cup down and then he got in. And I think a lot of us were thinking that was going to happen. Kind of glad it didn't, though. But
no.
I don't know. The vomit in the face was good enough, I think, at the end.
Oh yeah,
that was
just watching.
So
just the look on her face, as you can see, she's holding it back.
And he's like, I killed her, and now I'm gonna blah blah. And then you hear the gurgle. You're like, oh no, Fran did not live.
Yeah. I kind of figured that as soon as I got the
Once she got the call, yeah, I knew that was up. But I mean, it's not like that ruins it, like, because it was all so close together. It was super fun. And then, of course, the idea that it's like, well, not bird with two stones, but whatever.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
In for a penny, in for a pound. He goes to kill her, and it's like a fake knife that retracts.
He just grabs a knife off of that elaborate wall. And it's like...
And that was the best way. Shit. And the other cop, I love the detective that was like excited by it all. You know, he knew all the murder mystery books and all that. That guy was really fun too.
And the thing is, I love the foreshadowing for that prop knife.
I don't remember it.
Early on, when she's playing Go with Plumber, or when she's giving him his meds, and he's talking about it, he's going like, you forget, how to tell the difference between a real knife and a prop one. Right. Okay. Yeah. And he slams a real knife down, so that one's real. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't reconnected that, but you're right. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, the writing in this is incredibly strong. The direction is pitch perfect. The performances are pitch perfect. There's really nothing negative to say about this movie. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like my favorite movie I've ever seen, but it's like, but it could be for some people. And I mean, at least right out of the theater, I can't really think of any flaws I'm finding in this. Yeah. Not that I'm looking for them, but that's awesome. It's just an expertly made film. Yeah, and what they've done really well is avoiding the people doing stupid shit to make the plot work.
You're right. Yeah, everybody's motivation makes sense, and I love that reveal at the end. I knew that was going to be invisible ink on the letter.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling.
So
too.
I was so excited when that paid off as well. And then I love that reveal of Don Johnson after she's read the letter and he sees her, and then some things happen and it cuts back and he turns his head and he's got the black eye or the impending black eye. I thought that was just such an awesome. All those little touches added up so well.
I would never have saw the thing coming where Ransom had gone in, switched the drugs.
Yeah.
And then it turns out she didn't screw up. She just, intuitively knew which vial was which and gave him the proper dose. It was until she actually looked at him and saw the labels that she thought she had screwed up.
Mm-hmm. That was perfect. And in a way, its own tragedy and heartbreak. Because like you said, if he would have just listened to you and called for an ambulance, he would be alive.
Yeah.
So him trying to protect your mother is what killed him, essentially. So
yeah.
But I thought that was really, really neat. So but again, that's just so much. That was so much fun. It was so much fun.
But but the thing is, I do like when he's going like, oh, so you could kill somebody this way. He's taking notes while she's like searching for the antidote.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's one thing maybe you could critique, but maybe it doesn't matter. Like, wouldn't that have been a piece of evidence? But I mean, I guess you could have just argued away that like he's a mystery writer and I was administering drugs and he asked about overdosing or what. So it's like I wouldn't even nitpick that. But that did occur to me like towards the end of the movie is like, wait a minute, didn't he write down what would happen? But since they didn't know that was the death, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just seemed like more notes to him. So there we go. I worked that out. So I got no problems. Got no qualms. No complaints. My only complaint is she's not kissing me right now. So we're gonna wrap this up. You got anything else though? Because I mean, again, it's just it's really good. It's just solid. I mean, there's not like specific things I want to call out. It's just an awesome ride. Mm-hmm. Twisty turny. Hopefully you've seen it because you don't want to go in spoiled with this one.
Yeah. It's
not going to be as fun. It will be fun if you go for the ride and then go again. I think to watch for all those little bits. But
there is one character that seemed to be. I think she was just there because she just kind of had to be for the sake of family dynamics, and that was Walt's wife. She did virtually nothing.
That's true. Yeah, she didn't have a lot except for the yelling when they started talking about, I mean, they were pretty much, as they said, red hats. They were red hats. Walt has a wife, and she needs to be there for it because it's family shit. That's like... Pretty much, yeah. But also, I think she gave some characterization to Walt. Because you can imply a lot that a guy like that married to a woman like that, like you can, I don't know, it gives some character development to him in a regard, because she's like kind of she's somewhat of a stereotype, for that type of caricature, I guess.
Yeah.
So if anything, maybe she does provide that a little bit, and you can see why they would have the Nazi son masturbating in the bathroom. I love that. That was too much fun. But yeah, I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, let us know what you thought. This is the spoilers. So if you got a different ending and we're wrong and there were different endings, I don't see how there could be. Let us know, or just let us know what you thought. Who was your favorite character? Who did you think was going to do it? What was your biggest surprise? All those kind of things. Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you can click that thumbs up button, give us that good old thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged. Check out the Stardust app for 30-second reviews, and check out my Patreon for other reviews like free Clue review, Star Wars fan commentaries. A lot of that stuff's free. You can check that out by looking up TheEricButts or using the links in the description below. Now it's time for us to say goodbye to all our friends. Now we're gonna get out of here, so I can hopefully kiss her a little bit. Hopefully, I know at least getting some kiss.
Sweetie.
Shh, we're going.
Back on topic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're very distracting because you're so cute.
Anyways, we'll see you all.
Oh yeah,
later.